Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to So You Think You're Iconic, the podcast where we are getting preventative Botox because that aged filter is scaring me.
You did it too then?
hmm
Yeah.
I just had to see. I was like, I'm black. Like, I can't be that bad. Why did it do me that bad? Like, no one in my family looks
Did
that
it?
bad. It looked,
Oh no.
it looked kind of bad. Yeah. I was like, no one in my family looks this bad.
Yeah, I did do it as well. And I yeah, no, my grandparents don't even look that bad. Because I kind of look like
Exactly.
my mom's I look like my mom's mom, but I was all like, she don't even look this bad. Like she looks a lot better than this. And I hope I'm her and not this freaking filter.
I didn't look like anyone in my like no one in my family has that many lines on their face. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
no one's face is drooping that much.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
like, that
no.
can't be real. I was like, plus I wear sunscreen every day. Like,
Right. I've been using retinol since I was 23. I've got that sunscreen going. You are not touching
hmm
me.
I have my
You're not coming
retinol.
for me like that.
I have my CeraVe resurfacing retinol. I have my Paula's
Mm-hmm.
Choice exfoliant. I have
Oh,
my
that one's a good
Paula's
one.
Choice toner. My pore reducing toner.
Yep.
I refuse to look
Paula's
like
Choice is really good.
that. I refuse to look
Yeah,
like
no.
that.
Yeah. At this point, I'm gonna have to start taking those like biotin specific daily vitamins. Yeah, on top of my daily vitamins.
hmm Do
Y'all are
you do you
scaring me with this old
do you
filter.
do you think you're gonna do Botox in the future? You think you're gonna do that?
See, I don't think I do Botox. I do filler. Because Botox is the
Mm.
one that freezes, and that's the one I think that looks more obvious. But if you get filler, I feel like that looks more natural.
See, I can't do it because once you start, you kind of can't stop. You got to
That
like
is
keep up
true.
with it. I'm
That is
too lazy
true.
for that. I would
Yeah,
be like,
same.
mm,
Also, I
well,
feel like I would look at the price of that, even if I could afford it. I just feel like I that feels like an unnecessary
like
expense
I
to
don't feel
me.
like doing this every. I don't know the frequency. Have you have to do it every couple of months? Maybe. I don't
I
feel like doing this
guess.
every couple of months.
Yeah, like if I'm not like if I don't want to put myself through brow lamination, even though I really want to, or like lash extensions, I'm definitely not doing filler. I'm definitely not. I'm one of those DIY girlies. If there's a cheaper version that I can do myself, then I will. And there is nothing like that for filler, so
Look,
skincare is the closest I'll get.
I'm fine with the little lines. I don't care.
Yeah, I've already
I
got
don't care.
one kind
I
of
have
on
a
my
very
forehead.
prominent line on my forehead. I was like, I
Same.
don't care about that. But the way I looked in that filter was horrific. Like
You know what?
sunken in eyes,
You're
like
gonna have to send me a photo of that.
laugh lines that were so prominent. They went from
Oh
like
my
my
gosh.
nose to my chin. Way more gray hair than I will possibly have. Like, there's
I
no
didn't have a
way.
lot of gray hair in that in with the filter.
My entire head was gray, and I was like, my grandpa's head isn't even entirely gray. I was like, that's not happening. Like, no one in my
Yeah,
family has
no.
all gray hair.
Yeah.
Honestly, I always thought that was a white people thing. I didn't think
It
that
kind
was
of
a thing that happened
is.
to
It
black
kind of
people.
is. I mean, my mom just she started getting gray hair like what, 5 years ago?
Mm.
And I'm just like, "Girl, good for you. I hope I get the same."
She said I stayed stress free, so I could keep this away as long as possible.
She's like, "If everybody keeps behaving as they have been, we will be good."
We will be good. No surprises.
Nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. But we've been gone for like
We
two,
have.
3 weeks. How have you been, Kelly? What's been going on?
I'm pretty good. We have both done some traveling.
hmm
Um, I went and
I kind of
saw
forgot
my.
that happened, actually.
I know. I'm trying to remember everything that's happened.
Uh,
I traveled. I went and saw my cousin graduate from college. Yay for
mm,
her. Really nice to see family. Really nice to get away from this heat. Gosh dang. Um, what else have I done? Work, I guess. Whatever. Not big nice news though that Jordan is very happy to hear. We've been having a pool put in and it has been finished. It is now
Yay!
officially been filled. We are just waiting for the company to come back and put the chemicals in because they're the ones that have to do that. Um, and then I can swim. Yay!
Yay!
I'm
I
so
love a
excited.
pool.
I've never had a pool before, so I feel like I'm going to be living in this pool.
Oh, I've been checking out your like weather because I've been like pre-planning on like what to pack,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, that's insane. The highest one I saw
Oh,
was like 115 degrees, and I was like,
no, yeah.
I don't know if I
Yeah,
can
I've
do
seen
that.
I've s- I've seen it hit 111 where I work. And you know what makes it worse? It's windy. And the wind is hot.
Ew, hot
It's
air.
like it's dude, sometimes it feels like it's hard to breathe. It feels like somebody has a hair dryer directly in my face. Like when I
Oh
leave my
no,
building. Sometimes
that
I'm just like
can.
absolutely not.
It's gonna have to cool down just a smidge, but when I come,
So
just a
they
smidge.
do say July is the worst month. July is
Okay,
the worst. Like July is where you're gonna hit your like close to 120s, and then after that it gets lower.
okay. I'm coming in
So
August,
by the time you come, it'll be lower.
And then again in November. So I already forgot whatever date that was for the other concert.
November,
November,
8.
November 8th.
Oh yeah, we're going to concerts.
Yeah.
I got Doja Cat tickets for us.
Hmm.
I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, we also are going to another concert literally the
Oh,
day
we
after our
are.
Beyonce
We
concert
are,
because I
yeah.
was sitting at work and this artist I like posted that they were going on tour and I looked at the tour dates and I was like, why does that August date sound so familiar? And I looked at my calendar and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be out there. I was like, okay, I'm buying them.
So might as well,
Right?
two
Might as well
birds, one
go.
stone. Might as well
Yeah.
go.
Because she didn't have anything that was coming like directly out here. So I was like, I'm gonna
Oh,
be there.
really?
So no.
Oh,
I
okay.
think I think they were all like Southern California. So I was like,
Oh.
okay, well, guess I'm doing it. I asked my friends, they didn't answer fast enough, and so I bought the tickets anyway.
That is true. I mean, I answered. It was our other friend who like keeps us all in D&D.
Hmm.
She lives for putting us all on D&D, and then she just
Hmm.
comes every once a month, reads all of our 300 messages that we send.
Hmm.
And then she replies maybe twice and then she
Yeah.
leaves again.
You never text her if you have an emergency ever.
No, you don't.
You'll be sitting there waiting a
Yeah, you
good
have an emergency, you don't you can't have an emergency with her.
no.
You have to schedule your emergencies.
Yeah, she is not the person you call for emergencies.
No. You got to make a note of it. See, like when we call each other, I literally have to make a list of things that I want to talk about with her so that I remember to get them all.
Like, here's our itinerary for this call.
Yeah. So I've set apart this much time for me. It's like a meeting.
And she's somehow always busy, and I don't know how.
She is booked and busy, dude.
She
Like
is booked and
I
busy at all. Like, like we're 2 weeks away from Barbie movie coming out, and I texted her yesterday. I was like, "Hey, did you still want to go to the Barbie movie with me?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm busy that weekend, but we could do something during the week." And I was like, "What?"
yeah. Yeah, dude. I don't know how far she's booked out into the year, but I feel like at this point we need to like start planning 2 months in advance.
I feel like we all need like a shared calendar.
You know what? We absolutely should. You know what? I'm gonna make one like later and just send
You
it to all of
should.
you.
Please do. And it's
Because
mostly
we
for her, but
it is mostly for her. We all suck at like even when we lived closer together, we all sucked at getting together. You know what I mean?
yes. Mhm.
We truly hit that adult level friends and trying to plan something. It was awful.
Yeah. Oh, also, I'm 26 now. Yay.
Yes, you are.
Yay.
I love that for you.
Hmm.
How does it feel?
I mean, it feels no different.
Yeah, that is true. It doesn't feel different when you hit
Uh,
26.
Honestly, I might lie and tell people I'm still 23. Who can tell?
Dude, some people don't believe I'm the age that I am.
Yeah, I feel like we don't look 26. I
I
feel
don't,
like I
yeah.
thought I would look older.
Yeah, we don't. I feel
So
like I'm gonna
yeah.
look like this until like I'm like mid 30s.
Yeah, mid 30s, I feel like, and then it's gonna just
And
go.
then people will be like, "Oh, so you're like 28?" And I'll be like, "Oh, God bless. Thank
God
you."
bless you. Anything else you had going on?
I don't think so. I think that's everything. That's like major-ish.
Okay.
What's up with you?
Let's see. Went on my cruise. It was okay. It was pretty fun. It was cold though. Boo. Boo. Being on a cruise while it's cold is not fun.
Yeah,
I want
sorry, bro.
I sat out by the pool like 2 days on both of the sea days, but it was freezing both days. Cold. And then the
It was
last
overcast. He did say it was overcast.
it was super overcast. It was like 60 degrees and it was windy. It was cold. It was only hot when we were in Mexico and it wasn't even that hot. It was like low 70s. So yeah.
I mean, that's not bad.
But I ate good and I drank good. So that's all
Yes,
that
he did.
matters. All that matters. What else? I signed up for AMC A list.
Yes, because he's the moviegoer,
Yes, I love going to the
the
movies.
moviegoer.
So I was going to go see what's the name of that movie? Indiana Jones and the what is it? Dial of
Dial
Destiny.
of Destiny. I was
And
all waiting for you to get it.
and I saw that it cost like $25 to go see it. And I was like, that's expensive. And so I
That is
saw that they
expensive.
had like AMC A list like at the bottom of the page, and I was like, clicked it, and I was like, it's like $26 a month. I was like, I might as well just get this.
Yeah.
And so I
For how much
did.
he goes, it makes sense.
And so I did. By the way, IMAX. Hey girly.
Hey, girly. Any.
Can we fix the seats? They're no bueno. My
No
back was
good.
hurting by the time I got out of that movie. That was not fun at all. I did not enjoy my time. And then I was in that seat. You know how they have like layers in IMAXs? And so they'll have
Hmm.
like those walls.
Yeah.
And so I was like right in front of a wall. And usually at other movie theaters, it's just like a bar. This one was like
Yeah.
an actual wall. And it was literally put like while I was sitting, it was like pushing against my legs. And so I had like absolutely no leg room. It was awful.
Really? Oh no.
Like
That's
thumbs down. Like I
awful.
did not
Yeah.
enjoy my time.
Yeah,
So
that's not comfy.
I'm Team Dolby. Everyone, go
Yeah.
watch your movies in Dolby theaters. Boo, IMAX. Boo.
Tomato, tomato, tomato. How dare
Get those,
you?
fix those seats, and then we'll talk.
Right.
What else happened? For my birthday, I went to Raging Waters. That was fun. It was surprisingly not that crowded.
Really?
Like, if anyone
You,
doesn't know,
you
my birthday is on the 4th of July.
yeah, it is.
So I grew up, whatever I did for my birthday, it was crowded.
Mm-hmm.
Always. And so we went, and it wasn't that bad. I was actually kind of shocked.
Hmm.
Also, they had a bar.
They
Did
have
not know that
bars at Raging Waters?
they had a bar. Yeah, it wasn't like a full service bar. Like it
Oh.
wasn't. It was just like beers.
So like
Um,
you're just run of the mill.
they had beers. They had what would you call a White Claw? What is that? Seltzers. They had
Seltzer?
beers. Yeah, they had beers. They had seltzers, and then they had like makeshift like what would you call it? Like not a not a wine cooler because it was like
Hmm.
a slushy, but it was pretty much a wine cooler.
A
like
slushy cooler.
like a slushy version of a wine cooler. Like they had
Okay,
slushies and then they
interesting.
poured wine into it, and like
Oh, so it's a
that
wine
was
slushy. Yeah.
yeah, wine slushy.
Okay,
It wasn't that
interesting.
bad, but I was shocked that they had anything. Like usually, if you go to water parks, it's just like if they have anything, it's like beer. Like that's it.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
so I had a giant white claw and I had a wine slushy. It was great.
Hmm.
If you they do have water parks though in Texas where I used to live that
Mm.
have full service bars.
Really?
Like I used to live kind of near San Antonio.
Uh huh.
So we would go to Slitterbahn. Slitterbahn
Hmm.
has full service swim up bars.
That's insane.
Like literally you'll be in the pool and like
Uh
on the edge
huh.
of the pool will be a bar with a TV, a
Wow.
bartender, seats.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
insane. That's kind of cool
that's
though.
that's
That's
Texas.
kind of cool though. That is Texas.
Maybe
Go off
maybe
Texas.
maybe we'll take a Slitterbahn trip. A light little
I
Texas
mean,
trip. Go to Slitterbahn.
I am close to Texas.
Slitterbahn is my favorite water park I've ever been to in my entire life. But that's a
Okay, now
story
I
for
have to look it up.
another day. Anything else happen? Nope, that's it for me.
No?
It's
Okay.
it's been a lot of ups and downs. Enjoyed my cruise. Enjoyed turning 26. I'm gonna go see Mission Impossible tomorrow night for an early screening. It's in
Let's
Dolby, so I'm
go.
very happy. It's packed though. Like it's a completely packed theater. But Mission
Wow,
Impossible
this
movies
place
are
is big.
good. Oh yeah. Slitterbahn has two, the one in Texas at least, has two water
Yeah.
parks.
Or I don't know
Yeah.
if you can.
There's like an old side. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is that it? Oh, that's not even the one I'm talking about.
Oh, it's not?
The one I'm talking about is bigger. It's big. The one in San Antonio, or
Oh,
no, wait,
this is in Galveston.
that's in Galveston. That's at the bottom of Texas. That's not the
So you
same thing.
want this is San Antonio is the one.
It's like San Antonio, or I don't know what the actual name of the city is. It's like German,
Mm.
but there are literally two water
Oh, New
parks.
Braunfels?
New Braunfels. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's gigantic.
Why does it look wait, where's the map? Why does this feel like I'm gonna look at like a Disney map sized area?
Kelly, I'm telling you now just to warn you, it is huge. You have to take a tram from one park to the other. It is
So
huge.
it's Disneyland.
It's pretty much Disneyland, like the size of Disney, not the size of Disneyland, but it's big.
Why are there four different maps? What the heck?
Four.
Like, here. I don't know if that'll wait.
I don't know whether it's four, but maybe to split up the two things into two different parts. I don't know.
I guess.
But yeah, everyone go to Slitterbahn if you're like near one. If you're in Texas, there's two of them, and I think there's one in Kansas.
That's random.
It's random, but
Okay. Well, I guess we're
yeah,
gonna take
but
a Schlitterbahn
Slitterbahn trip.
trip.
We'll go to San Antonio. We'll go to the Riverwalk. We'll what else is there to do in San Antonio? We go to Fiesta, Texas. Amazing.
Okay.
My favorite Six Flags. Um, there's a bunch of museums. There's like the Reagan, like the like Ronald Reagan Museum. That's kind of
There's a Reagan
close.
Museum out there.
Yeah, I guess he like used to live in Texas or something. I don't know, but I went there. I saw his house, which was pretty big, like a pretty big sized house for like a like 1960s house.
Hey,
I was
okay.
actually kind of shook. I was like, y'all were living like this in the 60s?
Dang, go off.
But yeah, yeah, as you can see, we have not done this in a
Yeah,
minute.
we
We
haven't.
haven't talked to each other in a minute. It's been you guys have only missed 1 week. It's been like 3 weeks for us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Not like we don't talk every day or anything.
Yeah. Not like we don't text
But
each
this
other
is different. This
constantly
is
all
different.
day. This is different. It's a
Okay.
different vibe, a different
It
story,
is.
a
Yeah.
different mood.
We're different people.
We're different people. When we press record, we turn into different people.
I am a performer.
Exactly. Okay,
Okay,
Kelly.
Jordan.
I think it's time for us
Is
to
it
finally
time?
talk about the movie.
Okay. Okay, so this week we are going to be talking about roll bounce.
Roll, bounce,
Roll bounce.
bounce,
Roll
skate.
skate. Okay. Okay, we're not gonna do a bop counter because the whole thing's a bop. All of the music in this movie is a bop.
Yes. Also, before we start, I forgot that Zero and Miles from Moesha were in this movie.
Yes. Yes.
Completely forgot they were in this movie. Also, what's that tall Mexican guy's name? I forgot his character's name.
Naps.
Naps, sure. He's also in something, but I couldn't remember to save my life. What is he in?
He didn't look familiar to
Is
me.
he in is he in Coach Carter? I feel like he's in Coach Carter. Is it Coach Carter?
You're gonna have to check that, bro.
I'm gonna have to check. You go ahead. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
it's Coach Carter.
Okay. So we start this movie with a young man practicing his moves at an empty roller rink, but he is actually not alone. He is just dancing in the center circle of the roller rink, and his friends are calling him over.
Yeah. Also,
Uh,
he is in Coach Carter.
he is.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I like recognize a bunch of people in this movie, and I can't remember what movies they're from.
It always comes to me eventually. It always
Like
comes to me
Tori,
eventually.
I don't know what she's in, but I know I don't remember the actor's
Tori.
name.
That's Journey Smollett, girl.
Yes, sorry, I'm bad with actors' names. I don't remember.
She was in Birds of Prey recently. Most
No,
recently.
it's not Birds of Prey. It's a different movie. I'll have to figure that out.
Okay.
But the DJ lets us know that Palisade Gardens, the name of the roller rink, is closing that day, so everyone has to get on the dance floor to take their last ride around the rink. Xavier, we're gonna call him X, and his group are sad that the roller rink is closing, and other stores are also closing in that neighborhood, and just random stores are taking over in their neighborhood, and they're really sad to see the Palisade Gardens go. The group says that they're going to have to go to Northside now to Sweetwater, but X doesn't want to go because he doesn't want to run into a girl that he took out once to the movies with the nickname of Duck, because when you saw her, you had to
You had to duck. I'm sorry. That was mean. That was so mean, but it was so funny.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is super mean. A lot of the clapbacks, they really go into it, but they're just so funny.
Yes.
They're hilarious in this movie.
Yes.
So as they're talking, they notice that the streetlights have come on and everybody races to go home. X sneaks into his house, but he gets ratted on by his sister.
Oh, I would have
for
beat her
being
ass.
late. Huh?
Because I would have beat her ass. Because why?
Oh.
There was no
Right.
need for you to snitch.
There wasn't.
He was barely late. He was barely late.
And then he's like, wow, Xavier, you just got home. Like, bro, no. No. So his dad lets him have it for showing up late. Because also he was supposed to be home earlier to help him out with the house, because it's just them now. X then fixes mommy's died. Yes.
Mommy's died.
Mommy's gone.
Mommy. I'm sorry.
Mommy.
I'm
This
sorry.
is
We
why
will
we.
be. We're gonna be professional. I
Yeah,
swear.
we are. We are. No more laughter. We're
No more.
very professional. Okay.
Hmm.
So, X fixes his skates that his mom gave him, and he thinks about her as he looks at the necklace that he has.
They also show a photograph of his mother. Did they use
Hmm.
a photo of his actual mom? Because that woman looked so much like him.
I don't know, man. I know they like do that for some movies, or they like actually include pictures of the actors and their family. I
Hmm.
mean, that might actually be his mom.
That had to be his mom because that woman looks so much like Bow Wow.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
dang.
Does anyone got a picture of Bow Wow's mom
Hmm.
that we could compare it to? So the next morning, X forgets to bring out the trash and barely makes it out as the garbage men like tear into him for making them backtrack.
Yes, Charlie
Um,
Murphy was a truly hilarious man.
yes,
Hilarious. Anytime he was
I
on
love
screen,
them.
I was laughing.
Oh yeah, they're so funny, both of them.
Hmm.
While they're talking, one of X's neighbors comes out and they immediately check her out.
Yeah, look at Aunt Wanda looking all good. That's not her character's name.
It's
But
not.
black people, once you get like one role that everyone knows you about, that's what we know you as. That woman,
Yeah,
that her character's name is Vivian,
it
but
is.
and who knows what her actual name is? Sorry, but to
It's
me,
we
that's
don't
Aunt
know.
Wanda from the Bernie Mac show. That's Aunt Wanda.
um, so Mr. Smith or Curtis, I'm just gonna call him Curtis, leaves for quote unquote work, but he's
Hmm.
actually out going to jobs looking for work.
Yes. Also, when he's leaving, he sees X like in his underwear because he like had to run out to take out the
Hmm.
trash. And he says, "Put on some clothes, boy. This ain't
Yeah,
Africa." And
this ain't
I
Africa.
had to laugh. I was like, "Whoa,
a
that
lot
was
of a lot of things that were said in this movie I was not expecting.
very, very much something that would not fly today."
No. This is very early 2000s humor.
Yes,
Very
very,
early 2000s.
very 2000s humor.
um so X skates his paper route, um and he does very poorly at it, by the way.
Very poorly. How did he not get fired?
Honestly. And as he's on his run, he runs into Tori, who just moved into his neighborhood and finds out that the lady that him and the garbage men were checking out the other day is her mom.
Hmm.
And she is out there breaking in her new skates. X then takes Tori to meet the group, and they immediately make fun of her for her braces.
Yeah.
This is why nobody wanted braces in middle school. Junior and Tori go off on one another. When Mike says that him and the group are going to Northside to see Sweetness, the best skater like in their town, and they get Tori to tag along with them. So they end up at Sweetwater, which is a huge roller rink slash arcade, and
Hmm.
X is immediately not into it.
Yeah. He's like,
Um,
I hate everything about this place. I
oh
hate the
yeah,
vibe. I hate the music. I hate the people. And I was like, dang,
mm-hmm.
could you like
Oh
try
right,
it out first?
right.
And
You've been in
and
here
the
for all
song
of
that
two
was
minutes.
the song that was playing while he was like, this music is trash is Emotion by the Bee Gees.
Yes,
I
that's
was
such
like,
a good song.
none of them knew who the Bee Gees were. And Tori was like,
Right.
y'all don't know who the Bee Gees are?
Right. Tori was singing her heart out. I'm all like, that was me, girl. The minute I heard Emotions on, I'm like, yes.
I would
I
get
love how
it
they
if
treat
it
it
was
like it
like
is.
kids
Yeah,
today.
if they
But
were,
like
yeah.
that was like hit music when they were out. They were like, "Who are the Bee
Right.
Gees?" And I was like, "Oh,
Right.
okay."
Like Bee Gees took over disco, dude. Like they were like the face of disco when Saturday Night Fever came out and during the 70s. Like, come on now. They had to have known who the Bee Gees were.
They knew who they were. They were lying.
Oh yeah. So the group notices a poster for a skate competition and a $500 reward. And everyone wants to participate but X because it's happening at Sweetwater and he hates everything about Sweetwater. The group then goes over to Bernard to get skates for
Okay, that's
naps.
okay. I knew you were gonna do that. I knew you were gonna say Bernard. His name is
Yeah,
not Bernard. It's
it's
Beanard.
not. I couldn't remember how he said it in the movies though, and but I have it as Bernard because on like Wiki that's how they're spelling it.
It's
It's
Beanard.
it's Beanard.
It's Beanard.
I'm gonna have to remember that for when he comes up later.
And when we're introduced to Beanard, he's making out with some random woman with his legs shaking
Like up on the
on the
counter.
counter.
Like, sir, what is going on here?
Like had me on the floor laughing. Like, why were you doing that? Like,
Dude,
how's your
and
leg get
like
up there? Why'd you keep it up
right,
there?
right. Also, his foot isn't a skate, so how did it immediately like slide off the counter?
Beanard
Dude
don't
is doing
slide,
core
Kelly.
exercises while he's making out
Yeah,
with some rando.
core strength on
Um,
lock.
mm. So they go to Beanard for skates, and Naps asks for a size 9, and he gives him a size 12, and he says, "You're going to take the size Beanard gives you," because Beanard is always right. Uh,
We learn why, and it's the most ridiculous reason in the
it's
entire
the
freaking world.
but it for the time that this movie came out, it also makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. Um, but after they get the skates, they notice a cute girl at the rink, and when she introduces herself, it's Naomi, the girl who X was trying to avoid.
And
And
she's
apparently
fine now.
she's
She
gotten
is
cuter. We
fine
don't
now.
see what
We
she
don't know
used
what
to
she
look
used to look
like,
like, but she is
but
fine.
she's fine now.
Also, pre Jonathan Majors, I had the biggest crush on Megan Good. The biggest crush.
Really?
One time
Aww.
I wanted to change. Okay, so this might like locate me or whatever. I don't give a fuck. So, when Megan Good was married, she married a guy who was like a pastor, and he used to go to like a certain church out here.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to like go to that church as much as
Are you
possible
serious?
so I can see Megan Good.
No, Jordan.
Never saw her though.
Oh, well,
Like
yeah, that's
I literally never went on the days that she were there. And then one time I did go the day she was there, and they were like, "Oh, they
uh,
left earlier." I was like, I was just convinced she was going to be my wife or my girlfriend somehow, even though she was married and way older than me.
the Delulu was real.
It was real.
Jordan said, "This is happening, whether she knows it or not."
Like, I had not gone to the church that many times in I don't know how long.
you are too much, bro.
I am. It's okay. I'm slightly more sane now.
A little bit.
Now that my like frontal cortex is like
Yeah. Yeah. Now that
gone
it's
in.
all now that it's all grown together.
Yeah. I realized that I was being crazy. But in that moment, you couldn't have told me that I wasn't going to meet her and then eventually fall in love with her.
Oh my gosh.
But now, I don't care for her no more.
No.
I mean, she is still ridiculously good looking, but
You're
this
like,
this
don't
whole
play with me. She's still fine.
she's
But
still fine. But this whole Jonathan Majors situation she got going on has kind of
mm,
tainted her in my eyes.
oh no. So
But don't get
as
me
they're
wrong, she's
talking,
still completely fine though. She's fine.
as they're talking, Naomi,
I can save her.
Oh my Lord Jesus, the Delulu is still alive. Is it
Yeah.
in the room with us?
It was a joke.
If this was a visual media, you'd see us winking our eyes, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. Um, and she gives her condolences for his mom. We then see a group of guys come into the rink and announce that Sweetness is there.
Mm-hmm.
Troy, one of the Sweetness groupies, talks to Naomi. about how
Paul
she gave him
Wesley.
the wrong number.
Paul
Yes,
Wesley.
Paul Wesley is in this movie. I could not take him seriously the whole time.
Because his introduction is so witness.
Ness. And he's wearing glitter pants, by the way. He's wearing
He
like a silk
is.
white shirt and glitter pants
He
and
is.
roller skates. So
Yeah.
the whole movie I just could not with
He's
him.
also talking in like this weird, like, not exactly a black scent, but not a black
Yeah.
scent.
Yeah. It's like a poor attempt
Yeah.
at a black accent,
Yeah. A
kind
very
of.
poor
Yeah.
attempt.
Because like you can hear it, and then other times you're like, is
It's gone. Yeah.
yeah, it's not there. Um. Uh. Naomi walks away from the group, and Troy and Roy then check out Junior in the group. The groups then get into a skate off, and they immediately leave Tori behind because she can't skate.
Yeah.
And Sweetness's group just totally kills the boys.
Yeah.
Junior then goes to hit on Tootsie, who is part of Sweetness's group, and is pantsed by Roy and Troy in front of everybody at the rink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not be able to show my face there again
No,
after that.
absolutely not. I
First you
would
lost
quit skating.
at that little skate battle they had, and then they pantsed you.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be able to go back.
Mm-mm. But I'm finding a new hobby.
Also, Junior
Like,
was kind of in his bi era because when
yeah.
Sweetness first came out, Tori like yelled out, "Ooh, he's so fine," and then Junior said, "Yeah, he is."
Yeah, he is.
Mm.
Go on, Junior.
Go off, Junior.
We love that for you.
Yeah,
So as they make their way back home, the crew is laughing it up on the bus, but X is super serious now about going to Sweetwater and participating in the skate off after they were beat by Sweetness and his crew.
yeah,
That night, Sonia wakes up X after she has a bad dream, and she gets X to tell her about their mom, um, because she can't go to sleep. So X tells her about their mom and how she's kind of like her, and like how in love their dad was with her, and she eventually falls asleep. The next day, Tori, X, and Sonia meet up with the group at Sweetwater as Nap gets the wrong size skates again from
yeah,
Beanard.
yeah.
Um, and we finally get the answer as to why you get the wrong size.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how do I explain this? Big
Oh,
shoe size.
big shoe size, big um appendages.
Yes. Yeah.
But his dumbass was sitting there laughing like the Joker, just like chuckling,
Oh. Oh yeah.
asking for a size 17
Size
as if he was
17.
not going to break his ankles
Yeah, right.
trying to skate in that.
If he could even tie them around his ankle.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. And he thought all the girls were laughing with him. They were
Yeah,
not.
they were laughing at him.
They were laughing at him.
They were like, "Boy, you were not a size 17."
Nah. Because he gave him, what, a 15?
I don't even remember.
And
It
then he's all
just
like, give me a 17.
he was just sitting there tripping up. Like it was not he looked ridiculous. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Get the
don't
shoe
do that.
size that fits.
So, as everyone's putting their skates on, the couple skates start, and Naomi goes over to X and Tori. And when she asks if they can skate together, Naomi and X, he says that he can't because his lace on his skate is broken, and he makes up some really lame excuse to get out of it.
Mm-hmm. People keep making fun of these skates, but he just refuses to not wear them
Yeah, because his mom
because
got them for him.
his mom
So
got them. Like, even though if I were his friend, I'm like, so, like
I feel
that's
like
cute.
if
Like,
they were his mom from his mom, I thought don't wear them anymore.
right?
Keep them
How about
safe.
we? Yeah, how about we stop wearing them?
Right. We'll get you a new pair. You can just cherish the ones that your
Yeah,
mother got you.
cherish the ones that your mom gave you. You don't have to run them into the ground.
Yeah, that's not what we're here for. We then see Vivian stop by uh, when she finds a letter from her daughter Tori that she went skating with X and accuses Curtis of taking other people's kids all willy nilly and whatever. And he's like, "Yo, I just took your kid to the roller rink. It's fine. She's with my son and their friends, and they'll be back at this time. Like,
She came
it's
over
okay."
with the absolute worst energy.
Oh yeah, she came in
Be-
swigging.
Because, like, how is it this man's fault that your child didn't tell you what she was doing?
Right, or who her new friends were. Like, I
Yeah,
don't.
that sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, it sounds like a you and your daughter problem that y'all can't
Yeah,
communicate.
yeah.
We have a failure to communicate.
He was like, I don't know about your child, but my child will be back here
Right,
at this time
right.
because, like, he told
Uh,
me, like
yeah,
we talked to each other.
yeah, it's fine. Um, as the crew skates on the floor, it is immediately shut down as Sweetness takes the center ring of the roller rink. That night, Curtis is getting ready for a party, and X tells him about the competition at Sweetwater and invites him to watch, but he says that he probably can't make it because he'll be working. I love how he doesn't even know what like day this competition is happening, but he's
Right?
like immediately like,
He's
I'm
like, I
probably
can't come.
working.
I'm working.
Like, what if this was on a Sunday? Like you didn't even know.
It's very much giving. I don't want to go.
Yeah, exactly. Um, and he invites his dad to go, but he says no. And before they can actually really talk about it, Sonia comes in. At the party, Curtis is super awkward when Victor and Byron come to talk to him. Um, Man, what is her name? Whoever's hosting this party is like trying to flirt with Curtis, by
Oh,
the
her
way.
name is Rhonda because I
Oh,
wrote
Rhonda.
Rhonda needs to be less desperate.
Yeah, she's throwing herself onto him.
Yeah, she could have been a little bit more subtle.
Yeah. Um, and while the girls are talking about Rhonda's desperateness, Vivian learns that Curtis's wife Kathy died last year, right before Christmas, to some heart problem, if I remember correctly.
I honestly don't remember.
Okay.
Mm.
But she feels bad about that. Um, the next day, Tori is with X on his paper route as they talk about Naomi. Um, and to get out of it, X accidentally sacrifices Naomi to the neighborhood kids who throw uh, water balloons at her.
Hmm.
And they are both nailed with water balloons.
Yeah.
With 3 weeks to the competition, the group gets together to do some research by watching Soul Train and practicing their routine. We then see Curtis at another company inquiring about a job and gets turned down for being overqualified because they did what everybody does on their resume now. They were looking for a quality environment engineer,
I don't
something
know.
like that.
It was something like that.
And they were literally asking for a janitor. He thought they were looking for an actual engineer, and he's like, "Yeah, I got my degree in engineering. I used to work for some pilot program, building planes." And the guy's like, "Yo, we're just looking for a janitor."
Right? We're looking for a janitor.
Um, and he turns him down for being overqualified. And Curtis goes to leave, but comes back saying, I just need a job.
Hmm.
So just give me the job."
Give it a job.
Um, the crew is hanging out when Curtis comes home and sees his house and his yard a mess,
Hmm.
and immediately makes everyone get out of his house.
For how bad his day was, he was actually pretty calm.
Oh yeah,
There were me, I would have smacked at least two of them. At least
yeah.
two of them.
I would have been murdered, and then everyone would have had to stay and help clean, or I would have been made to clean everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone got off pretty
Pretty
good,
easy.
I will say.
But that seems to be a pattern with X's father because of what happens later.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Because I would have. Yeah, we'll talk about it when we get there.
we'll talk about it when we get there.
Yeah. So X is at the Sweetwater rink and watches as one of the skaters continually try to practice some triple axel,
Yeah,
like ice
which
skating type
which was
thing.
very weird. Though he was trying to do that on rollerblades.
Yeah, like it's so
Was
different with roller skates because it's not even inline.
no,
It's
it's
the four
four.
wheels on each side, or roll two on each side, whatever. Um, but he keeps seeing him try and fail at a trick, and he like gets inspired to do the same at home.
Yeah, he has his little montage where he tries to do it and falls a lot. It's very Bring It On coded.
It is. It is. I feel like every one of these movies where like they're training for a competition, they need something like this.
Yeah.
Where there's like some impossible move that nobody can do, but they have to try it.
Yeah, that's right.
We then see Vivian come over to the house and apologize to Curtis for how she acted with some ice cream. We then see Tori and the crew out, and X sees that his dad sold their Mustang and finds out that his dad has been looking for a job and that he hasn't been working this whole time.
Hmm.
Um, and he's obviously upset. They all make it
Why?
to
Who
the
knows?
who knows.
Why he gets so
Um,
upset about this? I don't know. It's quite literally none of his concern, but you know.
yeah, I mean, I get why he's mad like when he talks to him about it, but
Mm,
um, so everybody makes it to the roller rink, and Naomi tries to set up like a date with X, but he's not having it, and he runs out of the roller rink. X comes home in a mood, and Vivian is still there with Sonia. Um, and when Curtis makes some sort of response about how teenagers have it easy, it totally sets him off. And he tells his dad that he knows what's going on, that he sold the Mustang, and that he doesn't have a job. And he hasn't been working for God knows how long. Curtis tries to talk to X, but he doesn't want to hear it. He just keeps accusing him of lying and not taking care of them and whatever. And when they bring up his mom and how he needs to let her go, he absolutely loses it.
mhm,
Um, he then grabs a bat in their like uh, outdoor garage thing and just beats up his dad's Mustang, saying that
mhm.
fixing the car won't bring their mom back. At maybe that's her car. I don't know the significance, but he
I
keeps
don't
trying to fix
either.
this car, and it's just not working. Um, and he says that he cares more about the car than about them, and he just beats the living shit out of that car. Um,
Look, I would have gotten in so much trouble just for how he was talking back to his father alone. Me going upside our car with a bat, I would have minimum been sleeping in the yard for a couple of nights.
mm-hmm,
Minimum.
mm-hmm.
Maximum, my mother would have been in jail and I would have been in a group home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. See, my father is a car guy, specifically for Mustangs and American muscle cars, and I would have been hospitalized or been laid to rest if
Yeah.
I had beaten up one of his project cars. I would have absolutely been murdered.
Mm, yeah.
So, because there was one incident with one of his cars one time, and I thought I was going to die. So, if I purposefully beat up a car, I would not be part of this world anymore. Um, but X breaks down crying after beating up the car, and Curtis tries to console him, but he runs off. We then see Curtis and X go through their routines for a couple of days, but they're obviously not into anything that they're doing. When one morning Curtis gets a package and tells X to open it, and it's a newer version of the skates that he has.
In
And
what world do you
apologizes.
get rewarded for that
Yeah,
behavior?
yeah.
I
I don't
my
know.
everything in my room would have been taken out. Quite literally. Maybe even the bed.
There's just a sleeping bag on the floor.
It would have been if I'm lucky.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no pillow. No
No
pillow.
pillow. Just
Just a
you
sleeping
gotta use your
bag.
arms. You just gotta
Yep.
use your arms or something. Get creative. Go in the bathroom. It's just one plastic cup with
You get
with a
a
toothbrush.
you get a toothbrush, you get that like travel size toothpaste.
Yes, and then you get specifically the hotel soap bar
Yeah.
that is always trash, and it leaves like a weird film on your skin.
It's like make it work.
Make it work. And then it's a 2-in-1 shampoo conditioner.
You get that like scratchy one ply toilet paper. It's like you got to use this.
And then it's that towel that's so like threadbare that like you put it on your skin and it's immediately just sopping wet and you're like, what the heck am I
What
supposed
do
to
I
dry
do with
myself
this?
with?
And then you'd be like, "This is mean. Why are you doing this?" And like the response would be, "Well, I have to pay to fix the car.
Yeah,
Got to cut some
yeah.
corners."
Yeah, we're cutting corners and we're only cutting corners for you because you're the one that decided to
Yeah.
smash up the car. So all your furniture has been sold.
Enjoy your turkey sandwiches with white bread because it's cheaper.
Yeah, no condiments though because that's
No
expensive.
condiments. That's expensive. Literally just bread and turkey.
And then one day you come down, it's just cheese and turkey in a bag. Budget cuts further.
Sorry, ran out of bread.
Ran out of bread. I got some cheese though. There's some protein.
The law says I had to feed you. It doesn't say what I had to feed you.
And how much?
Yes, thirsty. Drink out of the hose.
No, drink at school. Get your water from school because you're not getting any from here.
Oh yeah,
Except for if I catch you drinking your bath water.
Here's a bottle of water. Fill it up when you go to school.
Then man, here's another one for when fill it up at school and bring it home. That's your home water, okay? Okay.
We shouldn't have children.
Yeah, this is clearly a sign.
Yeah.
But anyway, he gets the new skates and Curtis apologizes for his behavior and how he's been neglecting the kids since their mom died. Curtis then tells X that he's tried his best to raise them and be strong for them, but that's not what they needed. They needed somebody to really connect with them and help them through their grief. And then they make up. X then goes to see Naomi and tries to ask her out, but she says no because she does not like being played with, and good for her. And when he tries to explain himself, she's still not like accepting it because he's just being very general about what he's been going through. And she's like, so what? Doesn't mean you get to treat me like trash. And she's standing her ground until he kisses her.
I hate when they do the kissing her to shut her up
Yeah.
thing. I hate it.
I'm not into it.
Not into it.
I would be even more upset if you tried that with me. Like, how dare you?
Also, right after they kiss, her mom's just like, "Come turn the channel for me," and I was like, "What?"
She saw exactly what happened, and she's like, "I gotta get her out of there."
Not come fix the TV. Come turn the channel.
Come change the channel for me.
That's hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing. I laughed for a good 2 to 3 minutes. I was like, "That's ridiculous."
So the day of the competition comes, And the Sweet crew comes to intimidate Junior, and they're calling themselves the Garden Boys. When they see Sweetness hitting on Naomi, or as against her will, she's trying to get away from that man.
Mm-hmm.
And Tori
The
shows up.
seemingly the only girl in this entire city trying
Yeah,
to get away from, only one who does not at least find him attractive.
yeah,
Because even
uh,
what's that little girl's name? Even Sonia
yeah.
was
Sonia,
sprung.
Sonia's into him. Yeah,
Even she sprung.
yeah. And she's like, what, 5?
Yeah. He touched her and
um,
she passed out.
yeah, she did. She stayed passed out for a while. So Tori shows up all dressed up, and she has no braces now.
She looks
So
exactly the same.
yeah, she does.
She looks exactly the same, but for some reason
Yeah,
she's hot now.
yeah, just because the braces are gone. But Junior's into it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so Curtis and the family show up as the competition starts and the trophy is brought out. It's a big trophy. And Sweetness and his crew come out as well, and the competition starts. We see a big compilation of the other groups dancing. And when it's time for Sweetness and his crew, they come out to the song that the Garden Boys were supposed to skate to, which is La Freak.
The freak. Da,
Freak.
freak out.
Um, so as the Sweetness's crew is skating, the boys immediately have to try to find a new song. And Naps says that he has the perfect song. Everyone is really rooting for Sweetness and his crew while they're dancing. When they're done, they get a huge applause, and X tries to rally the guys as Naps gives the song to the DJ. The crew goes out to their new song, by the way. They had a whole routine for La Freak,
Mm-hmm.
and then changed their song at the last minute and somehow make it work with
Yeah,
a
somehow
whole
make
new
it work.
routine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they kill it. And when they announce the winners at the end, it is a draw
Wayne
between.
Brady jump scare.
Yes!
Wayne Brady
Wayne Brady
jump
is in this, by the
scare.
way. Yeah.
Mm. Also, Sweetness has those like mega knees. Because like
Yes.
he just kept like bending over and like crouching down. I was like, do your legs not hurt?
Right. And then he kept doing this weird like move your knees out and your
Yeah,
feet or he was doing it. I
he
would have
was.
died.
Mm-mm. Couldn't do it.
Certified mega knees.
Yeah.
Um
Original hot girl.
No, seriously. Um so it is a draw between Sweetness and the Garden Boys. Sweetness is upset, very upset.
Very
Um
upset. This is the most
for
he's
a
spoken the entire movie.
right, and it's a skating competition against a group of teenage boys.
He looks like he's like 20.
Right. This man has peaked. um and he immediately announces a winner take all situation between himself and X. But he immediately declines. He's like, "Hey yo, I came here, I did my thing, we won. It's fine. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we'll take half the money, you can keep the trophy. It's all right. Everyone's square." But Sweetness will not let it go. So he immediately announces that they do a one-on-one like dance thing. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Which X agrees to. They start off, and Sweetness starts to dominate, but they like go back and forth for the first song, and then by the second song, X has like lost his confidence, and Sweetness just totally owns it. But when X does his song, he's shown out himself until he tries to do the triple axel ice skating thing that he's been
Yeah.
seeing the guy do. And he falls
And he falls. Yeah.
and like knocks himself out for a good minute.
Mm-hmm. Even though
Everyone tries
you
to
would
get
think
him up.
that you would think that giant fro would protect him, but it didn't.
But yeah, everyone tries to get him up, and when he does eventually get up, they announce that Sweetness has won.
Mm-hmm.
But Sweetness does show respect when for X when you go see him, and the crowd cheers for everybody. And Naomi comes to kiss X, and we see Tori is kissing Junior.
Yeah, he still gets the girl even though he lost.
Yeah, it all works out.
It all works out.
And that is where the movie ends.
I mean, his father is still a janitor, and
Yeah,
who knows what their financial situation is looking like.
right.
But everyone's happy.
Yeah, it works out somehow.
Works out somehow.
Um, there is like a dance scene during the credits where
Yeah,
everyone comes out.
I turned it off. I
Um,
was like, I'm done. There's
okay, are
only
you
so
ready for
much you
some
can do on skates.
That is true. Are you ready for some movie facts?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you all of them because there's like
Oh.
6 that I
Oh,
found.
okay. I was about to be like, oh, let me get comfortable.
You're waiting for like a laundry list. So first one is that 10% of the movie's opening weekend gross was donated to the victims of Hurricane Katrina.
This came out during Hurricane Katrina.
I don't remember. This came out in
Oh,
'05, so
yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, okay. Mm,
I
Good,
mean, good for them.
good for them. Good for the victims of Hurricane Katrina because the government wasn't taking
Right.
care of them.
Nope. Absolutely not. The second one is it's not really a movie fact, but it's one of the facts that are listed here. This film takes place in 1978.
Okay.
And it was filmed at Linwood Skate Center in Linwood, Illinois. Or Illinois, sorry.
Oh,
At the end credit scenes, all of the cast members and the stunt crew and extras were dancing on the skating rink floor. But you obviously didn't see that.
I didn't see that, but that's great.
Yeah, just invite everybody out. It really is giving the bring it on like
Yeah, it's giving Bring It On. Like I said, it's very Bring It On core.
and the last movie fact is that Ti was initially announced for a leading role in this movie.
As someone who has seen ATL, I know for a fact that he cannot act. And I feel like ATL is kind of like a ripoff of this movie.
Ti was like, "Man, I should have been in Roll Bounce. So now I got to find a project
He's
that's
like,
like almost like it."
I'll make my own roll bounce, but I'll make it modern.
basically,
And I'll make it a little
basically,
gangsta. Like it'll be great.
because that movie
I'll
was a
throw
little
in
too
those
kiddish for me
yeah,
anyway.
that movie was a little too kids. I'll throw in those two girls from Sky High. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
It
my
would be a
gosh,
black
yeah.
classic for some reason, even though it's terrible.
Oh
I
my
do not like
gosh.
ATO. If you don't know, like if you have not
Right.
noticed, I do not like
If
that
you didn't
movie.
get
That movie is
it.
so bad.
Okay, Jordan, here's the question.
Hmm.
Is this movie iconic?
I put no. I enjoyed it, but no, I don't think it was iconic.
Yeah, I think it's a really good movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie. I enjoyed myself.
I don't know if it's iconic though.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it before a long time ago.
Hmm.
That's why I kind of forgot some stuff. But I feel like I don't need to watch it again. To be
Yeah.
completely honest, I
Yeah.
kind of don't need to watch this movie again.
Yeah, that's fair.
I will say it's better than ATL though.
You're just an ATL hater.
I am. I'm also a Baby Boy hater. If you know what that movie is, you probably don't.
I
I
don't.
also hate. I also hate Baby Boy, and I'm
Okay.
not particularly fond of Love and Basketball either. I know. Take away my black card.
uh you like can't not like Love and Basketball though.
I don't. Not, I don't hate it. I don't not like it. I just think it's okay. It's an okay
Does
movie.
this mean we need to do a Love and Basketball episode?
I mean, if you want to, I don't care, but
Oh
I
my
have
gosh.
thoughts.
Okay.
I have
Maybe
thoughts.
we need to then. Maybe we need to. Okay. All right, Jordan, what are your recommendations for this week?
Okay, I have three. My
Okay.
first one is a song that came out while we were on hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
It's "On My Mama" by Victoria Monet. Great song.
Okay.
I love Victoria Monet, and she announced that she's going on tour like on Friday.
Oh my gosh.
And unfortunately, I can't afford any more tours. I'm so sorry. I
Yeah.
can't. I've spent way too much money on tour tickets.
Yeah, we're literally going to so many concerts this
I'm going
year.
to I'm
We're
going to
going
technically four, but it's actually in reality going to be more because one of them is a festival. So
one
it's
of them
not.
is a festival, yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it
Yeah.
anymore. I can't. I
Imagine
still
if we
haven't
did
even.
Lovers and Friends.
Oh,
Oh.
I would be completely tapped out right now.
Oh yeah,
I'm already
no.
kind of tapped out right now.
True.
So yeah. So yeah, sorry Victoria. If you want to give me a ticket,
Right.
I'll come. But
Right.
unfortunately, I cannot afford any tickets right now.
I am invite only. No.
Yeah, if I don't. Exactly. Sorry, I can't pay for anything. And I have been contemplating on whether or not I wanted to buy a Beyonce ticket for when she comes out here, but I can't. I can't
No.
make that work. I'm so sorry. I'm poor. My second recommendation is Three of Us EP by Flo. It was a great birthday gift for me that they
Yes, it was.
released the EP the day before my birthday. And then they got me again because on the 7th, I believe, maybe, I feel like it was the 7th, they released another song, like a bonus track. So,
Yeah.
yay! I got four songs and I like all of them, so great.
Ooh.
But quite honestly, I don't think Flo has released a song that I don't like. So,
True.
actually, I kind of don't like
Uh-oh.
another guy. Ooh, but it's not a bad song.
Ooh.
It's not a bad song, but
Yeah.
I but it's a skip for me. And then lastly, recommending the Wham documentary on Netflix. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I'm gonna have to find that.
I got to listen to some Wham music, so that was
Yes.
fun.
Yeah.
Also, George Michael is was a deeply unserious man.
Oh,
De-
absolutely.
a deeply unserious man, but hilarious.
He's yeah. I love
Deep,
Wham.
hilarious. Their story is so funny. So everyone go check that out. But that's it for me. What about you?
Okay. So I also have three. I guess we're following a pattern. So
Yeah.
my first recommendation is the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse soundtrack.
I
The
still
the
haven't listened to that.
the Metro Boom soundtrack, basically.
Hmm.
It's really good, Jordan. You should listen to it. Um, bunch of bops. There might be like one song that I'm not particularly fond of, but it's still a good song, I think. But yeah,
Wait, are
a
there
lot of
two
bangers on there.
soundtracks?
Um, so there's the movie soundtrack, and then there's some songs that they didn't that weren't made by Metro Boom.
Yeah,
So
because I
like
see
Mona Lisa.
there's one by Metro Boomin, and then there's another
Mm,
one that says original score.
yeah, so original score would be all the like orchestral stuff.
Okay.
Metro Boom did most of the songs, but like Mona Lisa, the song that you were looking for, the one that plays while Miles and Gwen are like swinging across the city, that's Mona Lisa, and that's not by Metro Boom. So there are some
Okay.
songs in this movie that aren't by Metro Boom.
Okay.
But yeah, really good soundtrack though. Um, my second recommendation is "Attention" by Doja Cat. Uh,
Oh, I kind of
I
forgot that
love
song
this
came
song.
out. It kind of just like came and fizzled out. I kind of forgot about it.
I know a lot of people like were on it and then immediately like off it. I still like the song. I love Doja Cat. I like her music. Um, but yeah, she came for everybody in that song.
Mm-hmm.
Good for her. Um, and then my last recommendation is the Bee Gees documentary on Hulu. Because the Bee Gees have a bunch of music. It's all good. One of the songs is in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, go check out the Bee Gees documentary. There's a part of it that gets
Wait, they're
kind of
white?
sad. They're Australian.
Mm,
Yeah.
this is shocking news to me.
You know what? I didn't know they were brothers.
They're okay. I'm just
Yeah,
more
they're
shocked that
the
they're.
they're the Bee Gees.
I'm just very shocked that they are from the mountains of Caucasus. Wow.
Really?
I.
Is this
Mm.
a what's it called situation again?
What
Bobby
situation?
Caldwell? Is this a Bobby Caldwell situation?
First off, I didn't know who Bobby Caldwell was until that man died, and then they were playing
What
that
you
song,
gonna
and I
do?
was like, oh yeah, I know that
Do
song.
for love. I didn't know he was white.
I don't think I had an opinion to make on him, so I was not shocked to
Oh.
find out that he
Oh,
was
okay.
white. But the Bee Gees,
Okay.
I'm a little shocked, Kelly. I'm a little,
Really?
I'm a little.
Oh. Yeah, you're feeling how I felt when I found out that Bobby Caldwell was
Not these
white.
balding white men.
Okay, one of them really was balding though. One of the other brothers has luscious hair.
Luscious
So
hair.
so the genetics really did skip one of the brothers.
Yes. Um. Yeah, I'm a little shocked right now.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Here I
It's
was thinking
hilarious.
they were skin folk. They're not, but it's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
that's
The
all right.
music still hits.
Yeah,
That's
the
all that
music slaps.
matters.
Yeah, really. But yeah, that is it for me and my recommendations.
Also, how did I miss this documentary?
I don't know, man.
I feel like I watch all the music documentaries. I watched the Shania Twain documentary that no one knew about on Netflix. Like, what's
There's a
going on?
Shania Twain documentary.
Exactly. You see my point. How did I miss this one?
I don't know, man. I mean, maybe because it's on Hulu.
But I'm always on Hulu. That's like my
That is true.
main. That's my main thing. I'm always on Hulu. How did I miss this? They did not advertise this well.
They did not.
That's okay. I'll watch it later. I'll put it on. I'll add it to my list
Okay.
and I'll watch it. But yeah, you should watch the Shania Twain one.
Well, I'm gonna watch the Wham one first because I love Wham.
Okay. You don't love Shania Twain? That's what I'm hearing.
No,
You heard it
I
here
like
first.
Shania.
You heard it here first.
I
Kelly
I
doesn't
did
like
not
Shania
say
Twain.
that. I did
Kelly,
not.
Kelly is an anti-go girl. She.
No, I love that song. Let's go, girls. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going out tonight. No. Okay, never mind. You're
Okay.
done. End it. End it. I'm done. End
Okay.
it.
Thank you. Hopefully I can cut some of this ridiculousness out, but seeing
The
that I'm not
mummy.
going seeing but seeing as I'm not going to be able to edit until Tuesday, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see. You might have to just deal with us this week. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. But thank you for listening. Don't forget to follow us on our social media. We have a Twitter and an
No.
Instagram. Oh, speaking of social media, I'm not making a Threads. I'm so sorry. That's
Yeah,
just
no,
not.
we're not.
That's just not going to happen.
No.
I don't care.
We
I
don't
don't.
care.
I don't care enough. And
Yeah.
quite
No,
honestly,
it's
if Twitter
okay.
dies, good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would save my mental health.
Yeah, I would.
So just know that's not happening. Sorry. Uh, but for the ones that we do have, our our handle is at SY2I Podcast. Yay. Don't forget
Yeah.
to send us your movie request or your movie stories at our email, sy2iipodcast@gmail.com. We will be doing a requested movie next week. Our friend requested a
Mm-hmm.
movie that I've never heard of in my entire life. But I guess we're just gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know where to find
Yeah,
this movie. Never heard of
me
it.
neither.
Just gonna make it work.
We're gonna figure it out.
We're gonna figure it out. I think I found it on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
We'll see. Also, do you like this movie? Were you like an extra in this movie? Let us know. Were you one of the recipients of the Hurricane Katrina fund this movie had? Let us know. And don't forget to share us with your friends and your family. Subscribe to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. I've killed Kelley, so everyone have a good day or night or whatever you're listening. And stay iconic.
Stay iconic, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.